Why was 2019 afraid of 2020?
I don't know.
We're good to
They had
go.
a fight in 2021. In 2021.
Stop!
I'm starting to not scale.
Oh, we're ready. Okay.
Yeah. We were super ready this time. And it only took copious amounts of rescaling. Also deleting some media sources that's been hiding in the scene. Yeah.
Really?
I think I'm just gonna create a new scene sometime between now and Saturday, just freshen things up and make sure there's nothing in there that's gonna clog up the engine. Ready when you guys are.
Mm. Oh, I'm still finishing my game. Oops. I just have to open up Audacity. But it's okay. It's in 6.3. It's going to be soon. I think. Good God. I might lose, guys. I've lost 3 in a row. For real. I was like, it was 80-20, and now I've lost 3 in a row, and I've got 30.
Are you
Wonderful.
telling me that our technical difficulties have been a fucking blessing in disguise for you?
No. Never. I would never say that.
No, don't worry. I did for you.
Well, I mean, I started it 34 minutes ago. It's been a long game. I don't usually have them go this long. So, I don't
Sounds
know.
like
We'll
me
see
with
what happens.
sex, honestly, but okay.
But I'm ready to clap. I'm ready for that.
Okay, then, okay, good. So, 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. All right. Now, looking at frames, still 0%. Everything's being held together by duct tape, but that's okay. Oh. Should we start and just... I feel like we're gonna be playing without a dungeon master with this one. I'm getting a little bit nervous now.
No,
Yeah,
no, we're
We
gonna
have
be.
the intro.
whatever you guys
in a
want,
second.
it happens. Roll for initiative. What?
It just
Echo
happened.
shows up in your game.
A troll.
Echo? Dudes, I'm on a 5-game losing streak. This is fucking terrible. What the hell is happening?
Am I good to start?
Yeah, I mean, we can go.
Okay. Oh yeah. Last vape. No tangents. Fuck tangents. Last vapes. Stop. It's confusing me, please. Granted, the moment you started laughing, I immediately knew I was about to say, stop, anonymous lemur on Google Drive. Stop clicking everywhere. I was about to go on a tangent. Fuck me.
No tangents. What about this tangent?
Everybody's a little bit framey for me right now. It might be just because of OBS. Sucking up a little. We'll see what happens.
That's
Get your-
big old
Motherfucker, I will cut you! Get your dice ready because we are back to ready. Get your dice ready because we are ready to roll another session of Casual Quest Masters. We are a D&D 5th edition live play adventure. Representing the team is Nick Helichody Mella. And Nick is muted. Good start so far.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hello?
You want... Hello?
There he is.
You want to try a third time? Okay. All right, Glenn. You better, like, good editing. Good editing. You're gonna be the best
the
editor this episode. Want to Yoda this shit now? Get your dice ready because we're ready to roll. We are. No, please don't do that. Get your dice ready because we are ready to roll another session of Casual Quest Masters. We are a D&D 5th edition live play adventure. Representing the team is Nikhil Chodimella.
Hi, I play Vol Nightwalker Valnagoni, and he is ready to fight? Question mark?
I realized that your introduction is pretty much like a single emote Facebook update. Is Bull is not amused.
Pretty much. It's just right now last thing we did was deal with the pirate. Anyways, okay.
Down with the sickness.
We'll go into it.
Brandon Thresher.
The water in the boat. No, I'm Magdor Bandiron, and he would have said bye, except you guys left already.
I'm gonna raise your volume up real quick here.
Sorry, I backed up so I wouldn't scream.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, sorry. He said bye, except you guys left already.
All right, I'm gonna lower the volume now. Let's see how quickly the things change here.
He said bye, except you guys left already.
It sounds fine on Audacity, I hope.
Yeah,
Glenn, again,
yeah.
you're gonna be the best editor. So help me.
I love editing.
Yours truly, Tyler Vidito as Nox, the changeling ready to start a restaurant riot until he met a true blue pirate. And last but certainly not least is our all-powerful dungeon master, Glenn Houston.
I am awake.
And hopefully not playing the new season of Team Fight Tactics.
No
Glenn-
phone, looking straight at the camera.
I mean,
Lots of direct eye contact.
you know how many times Brandon has stared straight at me, but he's writing a novel on the computer?
You write novels, Brandon?
Not anymore.
It was a figure of speech.
I've never heard that figure of speech before.
Look at that guy. He's writing a novel over there. When you
Staring
see
at me, but I can tell he's writing a novel in his brain. Either way, I'm super stoked because I think somebody already has a recap prepped for us, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I think I'm snapping. I think this is where I realized the elasticity of my rubber band has finally just snapped. So I'm interested to see how far Nox just turns the staff on themselves and just says, I cast Fireball at whatever level I can. Until
At
I
everything. Until I don't.
go. We probably should roll a d20 to see who gets to do the recap. Now I'm looking at it. It looks like you two already rolled, and odds are looking pretty good. So survey says,
Oh no.
you
"Oh
roll
no, we're about to have a Shaolin
Okay.
showdown."
Brendan, what did you roll?
I got a 3, so I'm safe.
Safe as shit.
Tyler, what did you roll?
I'm barely legal at 18.
I also rolled an 18. So I
Oh,
guess in this
shoot.
situation, you
Brandon
roll again?
gets
So
immunity.
Can you guys do best of 3 rock, paper, scissors?
I think we should have a dance contest.
Why are we
So wait,
suddenly
whoever
building up
wins-
new rules on this? Is this the first time we've ever tied?
It's 5th edition. It's
Yes.
my table, rule 0.
What
Uh,
I've been doing with my campaign is if anybody ties, I just make them roll again, like the 2 people
Alright.
who tied.
Yeah,
Start
that's
stripping.
the pretty.
Same
Oh, yeah,
Bapperson
roll again,
rules and
roll again,
everything.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay, I mean, rule 0. Go.
Yeah,
What do you want to do? Dance off? What did you say? If
I like rolling again.
I just roll for initiative, fight each other.
Play a match of TFT, see who wins.
All right, no,
I'll be in it too.
no. I rolled an 8, and
And I rolled a 15.
So it's
Means
Nick.
that I will be doing the recap. All right.
I can support you.
Previously on Casual Master Quest, Magdor decides to sleep the rest of the way to Mirabar as the adventure continues on the slow-ass dwarven boat. Nox decides they're hungry and decides to call in an orbital nuclear strike to secure some fish. It doesn't work. Wolf went fishing and he grew a little closer with his adorable little pseudo dragon he has called Twilight. They reach Mirror and go looking for a place to stay before they make the perilous journey into the Spine. They find a literal rat nest inn with some really creepy guy. They don't stay there. They find a garage sale type pawn shop that doubles as an inn run by a fancy human with a southern accent and an Earth Genasi. Nox threatens the Earth Genasi for God knows what. Wolf finds a knife belonging to his clan. Vol and Nox go looking for food while Magdor sleeps. They find the Faerunian version of a pirate version of Red Lobster and have a great feast. As they're leaving, a pirate shows up.
So, Red Lobster to you, huh? For some reason, I was thinking like a Denny's or something like that. Something, maybe not as classy. Well, no, it was Red Lobster. There was plenty of seafood. Okay, yes, I agree with you. I'm sticking with it. I'm locked in.
It was only seafood as far as I can remember because they had to get that shit flown in from Neverwinter.
You would think, being severely landlocked, that their prime import would not be entirely seafood in these medieval magical times.
Why are you so hung up that they don't have sausage in this town?
I've never mentioned that I need a sausage only thing. I'm just surprised. Are they
I
doing
remember
well?
last time we played, you were just like, "There's no sausage, no type of sausage."
Are you
And I was
asking me
just
as the
like, "No."
player or the character?
No, this is you. You were asking
Okay.
me as
I
a
don't give a
player
shit
that
about
has-
sausage. In fact, I hate the fact that my character ate so much sausage that they had the role play as a pregnant person. Character as Nox loves the shit out of it. But I'm okay with that distinction.
All that to me sounds like you may not have liked your choices.
But as the character, I think they were the best choices. So,
They
who
were.
cares?
It's what my character would do.
At least I
Yeah,
haven't,
so
like...
you wake up on the ship, Agdor.
No, he's in the
and-
inn.
Oh, they put you in the inn?
You roleplayed him going and taking.
Oh,
a-
that's
like,
right.
sleeping.
I
Yeah.
forgot. I roleplayed you a little bit. Yeah, so
And-
you wake up in the inn, and what do you do? It's evening time. You can hear the crickets chirping.
Where am I?
I mean,
I'm
there's
gonna,
nobody
I'm
there.
gonna jump up and
Who are you?
burst
Did you just
out
say
the
that out
door.
loud?
Yeah.
You're in an inn.
I don't know that.
It looks like an
I'm
inn.
gonna
It's a
bust in
prison.
the door and run
You've been
downstairs.
illusioned into hell.
You run downstairs and you see a person at the front desk. It looks like an Earth Genasi. And they say, "Hello.
Where am I?
You came in with your friends earlier. They said you were sleepy, so they put you upstairs."
All right. I'm gonna.
They
look
headed
around.
off to this place called the I forget what it's called. Glenn is bad.
Pirates and Purses.
Oh my god. Pirates and Purses. They headed off to Pirates and Purses, a wonderful seafood restaurant.
Seafood Denny's.
On the way.
Sounds like an inspiration point to me. And
How fast can we
I
break
was
the fourth
gonna
wall?
give
The-
one,
the
but
game.
now that I'm being asked to.
Brandon!
I'm going to metagame just a little bit and look around the room that I'm in.
Oh, super trinkety.
Magdor's gonna stare. He's like, what are those?
Oh, just various bits and bobs that my husband and I have found throughout our archaeological digs and delves
Are they
down into
magic?
caverns deep.
Forgot this
Some of
place
them.
is like a Cracker Barrel.
Are they toys?
I mean, some of them probably.
I'm gonna instantly
Honestly, we
start
just get
detecting
it and-
Magic.
Great.
I'm just gonna ignore 'em.
Brandon just spends the
they're
entire
all for
session
sale.
rolling for
So-
everything.
So this is where you're going to roll
What, Glenn?
a d20 for me.
17.
Okay. Now you're gonna roll a d10 and then a d100 while I go get the DMG because it has the table in it. So one second.
For the
So,
D10 roll, I got
So, I think what's going on here is Glenn gave us the rummage sale roll off on the last episode, but now he's giving the random treasure chart for Brandon. Why do I feel like that is this a Sunday sale for Brandon and we just kind of got like the no, this would be like a Friday garage sale for Brandon where everything's fresh on the table, there's good treasure to be looted, picked and all that stuff. But Bull and Nox just got like a little bit of yeah, this is the leftover stuff. You want this used baby seat that's
Well-
actually 2 years expired? $20.
Bull got the knife. What did you get? I forgot.
That's a very good question.
I got a knife and I got 10
the
walloping
arrows.
arrows. Yeah, so I'm happy. Like I
I got a
it's-
Candle of the Deep.
Oh, that's right. Because
I
Water.
may or may not have also used that as a chance to get more coffee, so thank you for asking to look at that.
more coffee
Absolutely.
milk.
More coffee milk, indeed.
Yahoo!
All
So-
right, so what
Yahoo.
was
Let me know
your
when you're ready.
D10 and then what was your D100 roll?
My D10 was a 4. My D100 was a 38.
Wonderful. Okay.
Is the Earth Genasi prepping to close the virus? Sorry, not the virus, the hotel.
They don't close till a little later because they stay open at least to just like let late night travelers come in. Probably be about midnight before they actually shut down. But you guys have a key to the upstairs,
How
so
many
you can
people
go around outside.
Yeah, how many people can this hotel hold, hypothetically? Because we don't want to get in cluster groups due to the trying times right now.
I think it's only like 10
Fair.
total. There's like 5 or 6 rooms. So what was your second roll? 38?
Yes.
Wonderful. You walking around see like a couple different things that kind of ping on your magical radar, but one very specific thing that you see that kind of stands out to you
Magdor's
is
bouncing.
a set of boots that look like they're made of like a greenish leather.
I'm gonna pick them up. How much for these boots?
200 gold pieces.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to the tavern.
I mean, they're lovely boots of elven kind, so they'll be there if you want them.
All right, I'll let him know. Hector's gonna dejectedly bought a stupid cloak. I didn't even need a cloak. And then he's gonna walk out towards the tavern. He's gonna like stop, turn around. Where's the tavern?
Just to your right, down 3 blocks.
All right, and then he's gonna walk and head on into the Red Lobster.
Pirate and purses. See, as you walk in, your friends are at the register. I think, if I remember correctly,
Nox
one
is
of you wanted a
making-
hat.
Nox bought a hat, but then Captain Old Spice,
Old
and looked at
Captain
me.
Spice.
had a solid eye contact from the other end of the restaurant for whatever
Yeah.
reason, and like an ominous
He's just
sting
watching
started
you.
playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Has an old yellow made up eye just kind of staring at me in the dark. I'm like, eh.
So you see a pirate staring at them from across the room, but
Well, did I forget the tip?
I don't even know if we paid.
Can I get some ale, please?
Magdo.
Magdor, you're alive. I mean, well,
Feel like it's been days since I've last drank. I
feels
need
like it's
some-
been weeks since I saw you. You've been out of it.
So I
What's
guess
that?
we're sitting back down for a little bit then.
What's that? Is that
What's
magical?
what?
I'm pointing to the hat on Nox's head.
I don't know. Does it look magical?
And I'm gonna kind of look up. We're about the same height. Or no, you're Mary right now, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, we're not then. So I'm gonna look up. No.
oh no,
Oh.
it is.
Yes.
You have detect
said
magic
that?
still on.
I
You
look
still
at
have
the
detect magic
person that.
on.
Wow. Man, this is a good detect magic. Getting my money's worth out of it.
No, this is
Oh
mine.
no,
Get out of
Magdor's.
Oh.
look up at it.
Okay.
From earlier, from 9 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Fuck me.
I'm gonna look up at it like. Yeah, it is. Can I tell what school it's from?
Yeah, enchantment.
That thing's enchanted. Enchanted.
Like Dogs
You
was-
okay, Magdor? Magdor, you sound like you need some ale.
Or you've had too much.
Are you sure you haven't already been drinking, Magdor?
I just have a mug in my hand. As soon as I walked in, I just grabbed someone's off the table and started drinking.
That's character sheet checks
And
out.
the guy behind the counter is like, "Yeah, it'll make it so that you can talk to pirates a little easier, sailors, folk of the sea."
Oh, I
That's-
see.
That's an interesting enchantment.
Yeah, you just wear it and it works.
Ooh, can
Okay.
can I try?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one person of the sea here. And when you look back to where the pirate was, he's gone. He's like, and it looks like he's back in his office, and he usually doesn't let people in there. So,
All right. Well,
Avast ye! It's, my voice just
Who's
turns
Avast?
rest. Oh, you're not wearing a hat. Maybe you wouldn't understand. It's a pirate thing.
Hey,
Oh,
Vol,
okay.
Where
Backdoor.
are we?
Mirabar. Remember we got on the dwarven boat and then we ended up here, but then you got attacked by the water thing, and then so you just decided to rest most of the way.
Nope, it's all blurry to me.
but you
Well-
do know, you know Mirabar. You've been here
I-
before.
Yeah, I just don't remember how we got here.
Oh, okay.
I think Magdor's 3 sheets to the wind.
All right, Magdor, you remember how to get back to the inn, right?
Aye.
All right, I'm gonna go rest. You get something to eat, and then we'll leave in the morning. And we're not gonna take a boat this time for your sake, because I'd like all of us to be willing, be ready to fight. So we're gonna travel by foot.
No scuttlebutt like this. We're gonna
So
have so
be
much
ready.
gossip.
Be
Are
ready
you
for-
trying
oh,
to be Mr. Krabs there, boy?
SpongeBob. Yar, 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 yar.
Was that loud? I'm sorry.
You'll never steal
I-
my Krabby Patty formula.
During this time, I'm eating and drinking. I'm just smashing food. It's been days.
And he's like,
Um,
dude, can you not eat the stuff from other people's plates? If you want food, I can seat you.
No,
Well,
I'm good,
can you
thanks, I'm
feed
full.
'em, you lion lover?
Okay.
And at
And
this
I'm gonna
point,
fall
after
down.
hearing and watching all of that, Wolf would have gone.
Yeah, I'm
Michael
a
Scott
child
at
with
the
a
sushi
hat.
bar. He's like, it's sharing.
I think no, never mind. So as we're walking back, then I'm going to turn to Knox. Can I borrow 150 gold?
No pray, no pay, my friend. If we can't sink a deal, then we don't get the gold. But if you'd like to run a rig with me, perhaps we can play a trick on these fellow mateys here and see what we can do.
I want you to make an intelligence check,
Before I hurt myself?
Magdor.
Sure.
Magdor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because obviously, I think we all understood that pirate speak, but it may be tough for Magdor to really.
I don't think
grasp
Tyler
the
understood what he was
concept.
saying.
I got a 12.
That's an intelligence.
Oh yeah,
saving throw.
you know basically what he said.
So I'm gonna look at him and say, "Are you saying I should steal?"
Aye, before we take too many chances and we'll land on maybe dance the hempen jig, the rope.
Why would we steal if we could just buy it?
It doesn't seem like something we should do if we want to get the booty.
No, that's
Um,
not right.
Oh my god, how much gold do you need, Magdor?
Need 150 for these boots of Elven Con.
All right, here, take. Please, just take the gold.
All right, so we get.
Well, you
I
shouldn't
guess
be
we
giving
pay
this
it back.
man quarter.
Bull's gonna start power walking now. The moment he
gotta
says that in a part voice.
I gotta keep track of how much I owe people. So I owe roll 150. How much? do I owe
Ah,
right
he's
now?
old salt.
Oh, I don't know.
Like 1,200, I think it was. or something like that.
much?
Oh, that's right. You bought that cloak, right? Yeah.
And like
1200? Alright.
I think you gave her a down payment too.
Oh, was it 1200 for the whole thing, or?
Yeah, I think it was 1,200 total.
Alright, I
Maybe.
gave her 500. I had 600, now I have 16.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you owe her 700 with 5% interest per day.
Ah!
I'm
that
just
picks up.
kidding. There's no interest.
That's a high interest. Okay, come on. Okay, let's be reasonable here. We've got the Rona running around. Interest rates should be frozen for the next 2 weeks at least.
There's
What's with
rumors that
private
Trump's
tiers
about to send
now?
out helicopter money soon. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. So cool. You owe her 700, and you owe him 150. And
I'm going
anything
to
else?
walk into the bar and just hold up a bag of gold and says, "I'll buy the boots," and drop the gold.
Oh, I could have been talked down, but sure, I'll take 200. And then
Wait a second.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Donald.
I tell you what, you look a
think
little
about it.
confused. So let's just do it for 180. And they pull 20 pieces of gold out and put them in front of you and take the rest of the bag and say, the boots are yours along with the little extra coin. Just don't be afraid to haggle next time. I usually ask for more than I want. And that's a secret that most vendors will use on you. They don't usually want the price they ask for.
But I was told I can't lie anymore.
It's not a lie to ask me if you could get it for cheaper.
Oh. Alright, well, I'm going to sit down on the floor and just start taking off my old, dingy boots that have been through a lot. And just kind of leave them there and put on the new boots.
Where's
Okay,
Nox at this point?
Just
to
if you could, do you want those boots anymore, Magdor?
Are you asking me as a DM or as a?
No, this is me as
Okay.
Mod.
No.
Then just put them back where the your old boots back where the boots of Elvenkind were. We'll say that 20 gold was paying you for your boots. Sometimes homeless folk come in and they need shoes, so or other things, and so we'll just give them things. And a pair of older kind of boots, well worn, might be something useful for someone, even if you don't need them anymore. Someone else might.
Hector's going to look back to the party, very confused. All right. And he's going to flop the boots down and. What?
I hope they serve you well.
Nox is like
what now?
doing like a bit of a jig, just trying to like get into the feelings because they know, like they understand something they didn't before, and they're trying to try it out in full force. It probably looked like shocker, since we're gonna make SpongeBob references. Probably looks like SpongeBob and Squidward right now with Vol and Nox. Just like, some Skippy Doodah. And how is Vol reacting to that?
Vol's not paying any attention to you.
Which makes sense. I respect that.
Squidward, yes.
Yeah, and on the way he was just trying to get back, get some rest because he's eaten now finally like a proper full meal, and then now it's kind of like,
Oh, how was the restaurant, gentlemen?
it was good. Food was very good.
Great.
Awesome. My husband came across something of interest, and we don't have time to look into it. And you said you were headed into the mountains, right? Into the spine?
You smell that, Vol? I smell a side quest.
Yes, we were headed up into the spine.
Well, if you'd be willing to take a look at it, I don't know how urgent your business is, but this isn't, so it could be done at your discretion. We just don't have time these next 10 days to go in and take a look at it, and we'd like to, get on that before somebody else does. So,
What are we talking about here?
rumors of something of interest. We don't really know what yet. Sometimes the information we get is pretty nondescript, but hopeful. Sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes it's something. Sometimes it's something in between. But I could give you the information in the morning if that's okay.
Sure. As long as
You
if you
willing
can
to
point
take
us
a
in a
look at it?
direction.
On
On our
if you're
way back, probably.
there is an item that it would be seeking out. If you bring that item back, then you would receive pay, but also anything else that is found is yours. So I'll let you know the details in the morning if you're open to it.
We're
All
gonna
right.
loot a dragon horde.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Wait, what? I want to make it very clear that Nox is pointing the staff away from her or them as far as possible. Like opposite direction. Might accidentally be pointing it at the guy at the front door kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, Vol's just gonna head up to his room a bit before he does that. He's gonna look at the party and say, "Be ready to leave in the morning." Okay. Good night. And then Vol's gonna.
Yeah, Nox just stares blankly, a little bit of drool just like from the mouth. They're being overwhelmed with that fucking hat.
And Magdor is looking around all the trinkets. He's got an extra 20 gold now, so he's just gonna look around and then head up and go to bed.
Got an extra 20 of Vol's gold. Is that
He's
what
got
I'm
an extra
hearing?
20 gold right now.
Oh, he's got an extra 20 gold. I see. Okay.
He spent all of your gold.
Light a hand check.
How convenient.
And I guess I'm gonna follow Magdor up, and I go, Magdor, could you do me a small favor?
Why?
Could you say the word Heidi like 7 or 8 times, maybe in like a musical fashion?
Should I?
Please do.
Heidi di 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 di. Oh,
I
Heidi
once-
di di di.
I once met a lass so fine, she was drunk on barley wine. I'd been to sea for months or 3. I knew I could make her mine.
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
You just hear
Oh,
voice
you guys are
break up
wonderful.
into-
You guys are wonderful. I
into
love you so
bedroom.
much.
Tyler can't
Oh,
sing,
God.
so I was not going to do anything good out of that. I just wanted to try my first shanty. I will continue
great.
to practice my dodging for 15 minutes, and then I guess I would. I mean,
I love that that's your nightly routine now.
hey, maybe one day I'll be so good at it, I'll get expertise in acrobatics. But 1 year.
Someday.
But
If you want to, you can start making an acrobatics check every night, and then start making marks on your paper every time you get
I'd be-
above a 15.
I would be down for that solely for the reason of if I goof up on my acrobatics check, you can hear dodge. Ow, fuck.
Okay, so make an acrobatics check.
A 19.
Great. First night was a success of actively trying to make this a better skill.
Like instead of doing the full horizontal leap to the side and crashing into the wood and getting splinters, Nox by themselves starts to do weird side steps to the side, almost like a pirate trying to dodge to the side of a lunging sword, and it almost looks professional for the first time. And they go, "Oh, I could do that instead of leaping and going prone every time."
So
And make 1 mark for your acrobatics training.
Sure.
Since Magdor has slept for a while, he's
Mhm.
gonna be up for a little bit. He's gonna take a look at his arm and realize he hasn't really done much with it lately. He's gonna sit down and pray for a little bit, and get to work on his arm. He has an idea for a way to remove his hand, because he had talked to, I think it was Vol earlier, about a way to remove his hand and shove his battle axe and have a slot for his battle axe to just sit.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the God's blessing, he's going to do Blessing of the Forge and attempt to create that can hold a battle axe in the arm with no.
Okay. Part of what is going to have to be done with that is the fact that your arm and the haft of the axe will have to be crafted. So, in order to get that done, you can absolutely do it, but it'll take a day for the arm and a day for each weapon that you want to do, so
I
it can
can
fit
cast
in.
Channel Divinity 2 times per rest.
Oh, great! Yeah, so you can do both of them. You can do a weapon and your
leveled up.
arm, but just remember, every time you have your thing, you can do the Blessing of the Forge on an item or two per rest, and just make sure you mark that that item is available to be able to do that, and it can slot right in.
All right, I'm going to do it obviously to my arm, and then I'm going to do it to beauty
Wonderful.
or beautiful. Sorry, beautiful.
Beautiful.
I don't want to. I don't want to mess with the dwarven thrower.
Oh yeah, the Dwarven Thor may not be able to be modified for that purpose. So
Yeah, and
Imagine you
I
can
would
slot it in
understand
and
that.
then just like line it up and shoot it out.
Rocket punch.
One day.
with an ethereal chain on it, turn into like a dwarven
Oh my gosh, I was thinking the
Kratos.
same thing.
One day.
Or like Silas. Ooh, sorry. Anyway, cool. Yeah, you do that. Vol, is there anything you wanted to be doing during your light activity during your long rest?
Yeah, I wanted to bond with my dragon.
Okay.
Train my
Yeah, what
dragon.
did I have you roll last time to do that? Animal handling?
Either that or nature. I think
Yes.
it was animal handling though.
Yeah, that feels right. So go ahead and make an animal handling check.
25.
Oh yeah, super bonding going on. He falls asleep doing the equivalent of dragon purring on not on your lap, curl around your neck as you're like sitting up, like, scratching his head, and he pops up onto your shoulder and then wraps around, and his head just rests right on your collarbone, and he just falls asleep there.
This is akin to for Vol like a situation where you're sitting down and a cat sits on your lap and you're stuck there forever for all eternity.
And this is fine.
And
Guess
this is
I'll
fine.
die
Yeah,
here.
this is the rule. Yeah.
That was why you were there.
The one time Vol could
Oh.
ever be late to meeting up would be
Couldn't
I've-
move.
I've-
A pseudo dragon.
yeah, my pseudo dragon was on my lap. And, everybody nods understandably. Yep, we understand.
Got it.
Vol's gonna, as gently as possible, maneuver the dragon onto his chest as Vol goes to lie down to sleep, and then
Sweet. Oh yeah. Make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Alright, Reggie.
22.
Great. Yeah, you move him. And he doesn't open his eyes even a little bit. Doesn't even like stir. Just expertly just like move him to your chest and then crash. All right. You guys sleep calmly through the night. You can hear the winter winds of the mountains, the spine of the world to the north blowing outside the windows, rattling them every once in a while. And you eventually wake up, and it is the early morning sun is just beginning to peek over the horizon.
Dawn of the final day.
You hear Magdor screaming, "Ah! Ah!" And I'm gonna burst out of my room. Ah!
How do you guys respond to screaming, Magdor? Just
Ah! It starts like a chain howling between dogs. Ah! Dodge!
God damn it, Twilight, it's okay.
yeah, Twilight hops up and poises himself at the door, like ready to attack whatever is screaming outside.
I'm just gonna stand here.
He's just
Um,
screaming in the hallway now. And both of the innkeepers, as well as two other very confused looking tenants, run into the hallway and see you standing there screaming like a child just asking for attention.
Waving an arm that has an axe attached to it.
One of those days.
My hand turned into an axe.
And you remember because it was Mud and Garvin. And Garvin has a rapier out and he says, "All right, son, you need to calm yourself down. It looks like it can come off. What is wrong with you and your party?"
Everything. And I'm going.
Are
to
you
grab my
okay?
axe. Oh yeah, I'm fine. See, and then twist it and just pull it out.
Then why did you wake everybody up with your screaming?
I was trying to wake them up.
Then knock on their door like a normal dwarf. And he puts his rapier away and then just walks down the stairs.
And I'm gonna take
And-
out my hand from my pouch of holding, knock on it with my metal hand.
Whose
Pound
door are
on
you
their
knocking
door.
on?
Of Vols.
Okay.
Because
Because you're still screaming in your room.
I think once I heard like actual voices, I would pipe down, or Nox would pipe down real quick because, you know, they're naked in their bed and their changeling form, and obviously, going from like, oh hello to, ah!
So I close my hand so it like knocks rather than rapping.
Said be ready in the morning. I didn't say for people. Damn it, these people. And I'm gonna pick up Twilight, and I'm assuming the room has a window.
Uh-huh.
Open the window, and I'm gonna look at Twilight and be like, "All right, go find some food, and
Yeah.
we'll be here. You know where to find us."
Flies out.
Hang on, Magdor, I'm coming. And then Vol's gonna. You
Nox
have to
would-
scream and wake everybody up.
Nox
My
would
hand,
stop
though.
screaming, waking everybody up too. They would like open their eyes finally and just kind of like stretch, "Ah!" But then see Craven, this giant steel laden raven, like hanging over the bedpost, looking down at them, and you just
Wait,
hear
how
him
long
go,
does he stay a raven?
I
Until he
believe it-
dismisses him as an action.
With the
No, this
Figurine
is
of Wondrous Power?
no. This was remember he used his find a familiar spell to resummon his crow's
Oh,
raven.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, cool.
So
I
My
have
bad.
the figure.
Prosa evolved. You know, we don't
That's
know
right.
what the final form is
Bam,
yet, or
bam,
if I need
bam,
a stone.
bam, 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 bam.
Bam, bam. And so
Right.
I open my eyes and I see a steel raven stooping down at me. Nox has a fear of ravens. You just hear, ah! It just falls out of bed and collapses.
What's
Oh.
he yelling about now?
I don't know,
Raven.
I was yelling, so he was yelling.
Raven, why were you stooped over me, staring down at me like a gargoyle? Oh, that's fair. Well, thank you for keeping an eye on me. Oh, two of them even. Yes, weather is going to be nice today. Low pressure, though. I'm a little bit worried about weather change.
And it goes up to the window, flies over, and like pecks on it a little bit, and then looks back
Oh.
at you.
Yeah, you need to go potty. Yeah.
No, and it just flaps its wings as if it wants to fly.
You want to fly away. Want to fly away. Yeah. And Nox opens the window, lets them fly if they want to.
And it flies up to you and floats up in front of you real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that means you need to like give it a place to land.
I will sheepishly extend an arm for it to land on my mind you, I'm still completely naked, so I'm a little bit hesitant to let a raven with its talons land on me, but I let it try.
It lands. It doesn't squeeze too hard. And it puts its head towards yours and like boops you. And then just stays there. And then gives you a resounding caw and then flies out the window.
You and I, we are one. And
It-
I will.
Well, have you left your room? Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just-
At this point, we're still standing at the doorway, and I'm gonna look at you and say, "All right, let me get ready, and then we'll start heading out."
Look! And I'm gonna start knocking on Nox's door. With my hand, metal hand, in my other hand.
No more screaming. Great, and Vol's gonna close his door despite Magdor telling him to look.
No, wait! And he's gonna knock on both doors, go back and forth.
Jeez. I just hear
He's
like
proud. He wants to show you his work.
I keep hearing like louder and softer knocks for some reason, like somebody's running down the hallway with a stick, banging against like each door or something.
But you can't hear the footsteps because of the boots of Elvenkind. It's just Nox.
So Nox just kind of like freezes up a little bit while they dress up, and he goes, "If you continue to knock on my door, I'll kick your ass. Let me dress."
Again. I knocked again as he was right in the middle of him saying it.
God damn it, Magdoru. I know it's you.
Look,
It's
look,
definitely a metal knock.
look.
It's
Knock,
gonna
knock,
take a
knock,
minute
knock.
for me to dress up. I just
Okay.
keep hearing the.
Magdor's just
Yeah.
gonna sit down in between both their
You
legs.
just both let him continue to knock?
Oh,
Yes. Vold's also
Alright.
gonna be like dressing. in the meantime.
Eventually, Magdor, you're running back and forth, go for 30 or 45 seconds in, and you hear from the side, you hear, "Hey, dwarf." And you see Garvin standing there, and he doesn't have his weapon out, but he looks real done with your shit. And he says, "You need to stop right now, or you're not getting the quest that we all want to give you. You're waking up the other people. They're ringing my bell down there, and it is just after sunrise. I was going to wake up, make some breakfast, enjoy my morning, do some reading. And now I'm waking up in a huff because I got a dwarf banging on things and crying in the middle of the hallways. Are you going to calm down?"
This is the guy from the front, right?
Yeah, this is one of the owners. Yeah.
Who are you?
My name's Garvin. I do remember you were a little incapacitated when we first met, so I understand that you don't remember me super well. Are you going to calm down?
Will you do me one favor?
Depends. Will you do me one favor?
I
Shut up. Now, what did you need?
uh,
As long as you're quiet, I'm willing to do you a favor, friend.
Magdor's gonna pantomime, point at him, point at the door, and make a knocking motion.
Ah, so the only reason this is taking so long and being so loud for so long is because your friends aren't answering the door, and you're trying to be polite. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. And he walks up, knocks on the door and on Vol's door and says, "It's Garvin.
At
May I
that
come
point-
in?"
At that point, Vold's gonna open fully dressed. And like, I was just getting ready. I told him I was getting ready.
Ah. Okay. Well, here's the deal. When y'all are ready, we're obviously awake now as he looks down at the door. And just come downstairs on your way out and we'll let you know about this thing we'd like you to check out. Okay?
While they get ready, I'll come down with you now. Details.
Honestly, I'd like to put on some actual clothes because he's wearing just like a nightgown. So if you give me a
Vol-
few minutes, then
Vol
I'll
still
be,
got
I'll be
some
down
sleep
there
in
in a
his
couple
eyes.
minutes.
does his nightgown also
Keeping
have
his-
trinkets on it?
No, it's pretty plain.
Wow, how
Um,
boring.
Vol still got some sleep in his eyes. When he says that, he's gonna look down like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You see this," and then Vol kind of like generally motioning towards Magdor is kind of like, "This is my rooster."
Ah, well, he seems pretty
inadvertent.
effective at his job.
So, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll see y'all downstairs in a few minutes.
I'm gonna whisper to Volt. Can I talk now?
Come, let's go outside, and Vol's gonna lead the way down because Vol wants to go and sit on like the porch where we first met him, kind of, and just like kind of breathe in the morning air. And I have all my stuff with me too, like as Vol's checked out essentially.
And Nox, at this point too, when they started to head downstairs, you would have become ready and available. You would have finished dressing, so you can follow them down if you'd like.
Okay. Then yeah, Nox would, as soon as they're ready and they're all packed up, they would skip him down. There's notably the pirate hat is put away in the pouch of holding.
So yeah, you all make your way downstairs together, step out onto the porch.
As soon as we get onto the porch, we'll be like, guys, look! And I'm gonna take my hand and shove it into the stub and twist, and it's attached, and I can Now watch. Take it off and grab Beautiful from my sheath, shove it in and twist it and wave it around.
Wow, Magdor, you can do the thing. Could he do that before?
No, he couldn't.
I had
That's
a
weird.
makeshift one after I broke my hand.
Ah, okay. And Nox is like, nice, Magdor. You're versatile now. Where's your Infinity Gauntlet? Your hand.
It's right here, and I'm got it in my pouch of holding.
Can you control that thing while it's detached or no?
It's all mechanical. And I say that proudly as if that answers your question.
But he's
Okay.
holding the hand, and you see the finger point that he's holding.
Wait,
And you
is it
realize in that
magical?
moment that you can control the hand. You don't know how far away you can be, but you can move. You're holding it, and you're like, it's all mechanical. You're holding it, and that hand goes like this. And then, as you realize it, you realize that you're holding a hand, but it's able to move. You don't know
You attach
what
it to your
Magdor's gonna-
forehead, hold the third weapon.
Bagdor's gonna throw the hand. Ugh!
Okay, you
Wait,
throw it. It lands about, I don't know, let me see, 15 feet away in the dirt. And like it's
then-
like, cause you
Magdor,
surprised,
don't
and
toss your
it
hand.
opens up and then relaxes.
and as soon as like he throws it, he realizes, wait, this is magical, and then he runs to it to go pick it back up, and you see him just playing around with it. Guys, look what I made.
As
don't know
long
how.
as, here's the mechanics for it, buddy. As long as you're within 30 feet of it, you can control it. So,
So
like
same range as
Adam's
Big-
Family style, you can run it around on the ground as if it's fingers or legs, sort of thing.
I'm going to, because I haven't seen Craven yet. I'm gonna say, oh, it's like my own Crosive, and I'm gonna put him on my shoulder, put the hand on my shoulder, and just have it rest there, kind of gripping.
You
know?
God.
No, you go ahead.
DM, you look great today. Can I try something stupid?
Always.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna use meta magic for it, but I'm gonna try to discreetly cast message to Magdor, and just go, Master Magdor, I am Samuel, your hand. I serve you.
Okay, so go ahead and make a stealth check to try and avoid Magdor seeing that. He's
Okay,
pretty
great.
distracted, so you have advantage.
I
'Cause
have
he's
a.
distracted by his.
I have a +3 in stealth, mind you. I'm not good at stealth, but I did roll a total 19.
What's your passive perception, Magdor?
13.
Probably not a 19. Yeah, no, you definitely did without him noticing. So you hear what sounds like your hand whispering, like a whisper shout in your ear. When you see it and hear it and look around, it doesn't look like either of your friends have heard it. They're not reacting to your hand talking at all.
I had to think about how Magdor would react to
Saw
this.
the wheels turning. Hey,
Magdor's
make a
gonna
wisdom
go,
saving
It's like-
throw. Or no, yeah, make a wisdom saving or an intelligence saving throw.
It's like watching the
oh, I
algebra,
got a
but
6.
it's like
Oh,
1
you
plus
think
1
you
equals
made
3.
you think it's sentient. This is a sentient magical hand.
Named
So I'm
Samuel.
gonna get real close to him. I'm gonna be, guys, it's alive.
What's alive?
My hand is talking to me.
Don't be silly. But you know what? I don't think I've ever met a dwarf with 3 hands before. This is incredible. Yeah, you've got one hand there and pointing at your Vol's pointing at your actual hand. You've got another one there that's an axe, and then you've got one on your shoulder. That's pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, the accent. I forgot.
I'm gonna try again to cast message and just say, "You got to hand it to him. He's doing good." I'm
Okay,
sorry,
stealth
Glenn.
check against his passive perception. So every time you try to do this message thing, if Magdor can feasibly see you,
Right.
then you're
And-
gonna have to make a stealth check. But
I also feel like Vol with his observant feat should see the bullshit through almost immediately, unless I'm like
if you
incredibly
roll lower
stealthy.
than his passive, yeah, he'll start to see it. But a 19, I think, is still higher, right? Than your
No,
passive?
minus 21.
Oh, you absolutely know that he cast that spell.
Vol knows, and
Okay,
he's
good.
not going to say anything.
Okay.
Do I
He's
still
going
have,
along with it for once.
You're
do
going
I
along
have
with the
advantage
hijinks?
still, or-
What? Yeah, he's still super distracted by his new hand and his new
Ah, shit.
alive hand.
Good, because I rolled a 6, which would have been awful, but with advantage, I have an 18.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so once again, Vol, you see him say something else. You're not sure what he's saying, but he's using the message spell, which is
I
probably
can
why
read
he believes
lips.
his hand is alive.
Because observant.
Well,
right?
but if he does stealth, like you may not,
that's true. That's true.
you
Yeah.
know he's casting the spell, but what he's saying, because it only is conveyed to the person being.
I'm like Peter Pan at that Skull Rock trying to trick Smee that I'm Captain Hook right now. But so I'm like hiding behind Vol, just kind of like sticking eyes around his arm or something, and just trying to cast message at Magdor here, just to see if I can convince him that Samuel the Hand is a real thing.
Magdor is going to be like, I guess I'm the only one who can hear him, and I'm gonna kind of tap him and be like, yeah, they're doing all right.
All right, Magdor. I guess Moradin favors you more than you expected.
Maybe it was the Traveler's blessing,
No, it was Morden.
or the Traveler.
Sure.
What do you think,
sure.
Hand?
Does
I'm
the
not
hand respond, Nox?
The hand appears to be deep in thought. It doesn't seem to respond for whatever reason.
Wonderful.
Magdor's
At that
going-
moment,
so-
you hear a
Oh,
voice from behind you on the porch, as you've now moved out into the streets a little bit when you went to go pick up the hand. And he says, "All right, boys, we're ready for you. Come on in."
As we're walking in, I'm going to look to them and say, "Oh, the hand said it was Morden." We're gonna walk in.
As we're walking in, Vol's gonna whistle to see if Twilight will return, because I assume at this point it's been about 10-15 minutes.
How long do you wait?
I'll wait about a minute. So everybody else will kind of go in and inside, and I'll just wait about a minute to see if he comes back.
Yeah. It seems like Twilight hears you and returns. Still has a piece of a dead fish in their hand, or in
Okay.
like one of their claws. And
So
rub
he's
on your
obviously
chin.
going to finish eating that, but on your shoulder.
Okay,
What's that?
Vol's okay with that. Is my dragon. Dragon beat Magdor. This is Twilight.
And you very vaguely remember blurry visions of some sort of tiny dragon before you like really hit the deck on your ride up.
That's the thing that was on the boat right before I left.
Yeah, the little guy was just hopping around. He was a little hungry. Now he's
we've all
following.
we've all got shoulder pads.
Oh yeah.
And my hand's gonna kind of get up and wave.
All right, let's go see what this quest is, and then we'll head off. Get ready for the cold, guys. And then Volt's gonna get in.
I bundle
I'm
up
gonna
my
follow.
Yeti cloak. Nox needs to warm up because the cold is very intimidating for them.
All right, let's hear about this whole mission.
Well, here's the deal. There's a cave up in the spine that we've heard. There's some sort of what's the best way to call it? I don't know, the fluctuation.
Okay.
As if things been going on in there for things that go in there tend to kind of not
Not
come
come
out.
out.
Yeah. We're not exactly sure what that means, or how it works or what's going on. But
Are
of
you
course,
hearing,
there's always
like-
the chance.
Draconic burps or anything like that, or
Sorry, I don't follow.
Well, maybe the dragon's been eating them.
I don't think so. These people aren't getting close to where we know the dragon lives. It's far away from that actually. So unless there's a new dragon in the area and it's taken up residence in this small cave, because as far as I know, I've been by there a few times and it's not a large cave system. Dragons, even if they were young, probably wouldn't take up residence here. It's small, you know?
Right.
It's a weird place. We don't think it's giants. We don't think we it, it's in a weird enough place that we can't figure out exactly what's going on. Um, but obviously, I got to stick around here. I got several orders of different items coming in. We're actually going to do some reorganizing here, some spring cleaning, if you will. And I was hoping to send a crew up in lieu of me and good old Mud. So, would you be interested? Obviously, I know you have pressing matters in the spine, but um, they could check. This could be checked out anytime.
Um, Vol's gonna look. Not gonna say anything. Just look at Magdor and Nox first.
It's technically an open contract, so I mean, we don't do it. No hard feelings, just because of the circumstances. But if
Right.
it's something that
But if
can-
somebody gets to it before you, that's the only thing. That would be I can't guarantee that it won't be looted out before by the time you're able to get to it.
yeah,
I can just
yeah.
give you the possible. I know the general location, and I can give you some directions to where to go. But
Let me ask, friend to friend, when's the last time you've seen worthy adventurers come to your establishment? Us, perchance.
I'd say once a month or so, a decent group of travelers come through that I can see. Really knows their things. They could kick a few bad guys' tails if they really wanted to.
Okay.
Some adventurers like myself and my husband tend to just prefer the quiet life, after, 10, 20 years running around the world. So, yeah, maybe once a month. And I think
Sure.
y'all are that group this month, so that's why I figured I'd offer this up to you.
Yeah, it's that time of the month. I think we got some time before we have to worry about somebody more capable than us, but that still, leaves the urgency, if you will. Especially if people are
Mm.
going in there and not coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
well, I mean, to be fair, they're avoiding it now. It's wide known that people aren't going in that area unless they're looking for whatever's going on there. So hopefully, random folks won't get caught up in it anymore.
I mean, that would make sense. Cows don't go to certain part of pastures if cows keep missing to the coyotes, so
True.
We can take a look at it on our way back.
Are
Wonderful.
there going to be toys?
I couldn't tell you rightly, yes or no.
I'm sure
I
there's
hope
going to
so.
be toys there, Magdor.
All
Don't
right,
worry,
cool.
Magdor.
honestly-
We're also.
Like three
Uh,
toys.
I won't lie, because I'm gonna make sure I'm as honest as possible about this thing. Uh, I've seen something like this before, and I'm worried that it may be that again. But so I'll be honest with y'all because I like you and I want you to come back alive.
The
So
vampire.
I don't think so. It feels like a space-time flux.
Um.
Have a good day. Nox is gonna hears that and starts walking away.
Upon
I just
hearing
mean-
that,
Yeah,
Vol's gonna be
Time and
confused.
space may function differently in a space.
I love my
Like,
youth.
for example, you walk in a space, you go through a threshold walking into this space, and if it's part of that flux, time itself may be sped up or slowed down.
I'd like to roll intelligence to see if Vol's following any of this.
What is your intelligence?
Fat 0.
Fat 0? Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
I rolled a natural 1, and so you see Vol just like, yeah.
So the cool thing about that is sometimes those are put in place by people that want to protect stuff.
Right.
Downside is that you walk into that space, you may, age 30 years and then come back and no time has passed in the real world, you know?
Of course,
Um,
as time
but the
does.
troves can
Yes.
be vast. So you might be able to find some, as you said, toys to play with, you know? Um, can't promise anything, but I have to be translucent about this whole thing.
Cool.
All right,
Thank
I'm
you.
down.
I'm shouting from the doorway.
Sure. Just point us in the general direction, and we'll try and take a look at it.
All right. He pulls out a map and it has it has like a circle on a space that you would recognize based on the scale is probably about a 10-mile area that you'll have to search. And he says, "Look for a cave that's I think it's up on top of a hill like there's a lower like in the because it's in the mountains, of course. There's a little bit of valley and then you go up and you'll be able to see a cave. It's probably about 10 by 20. Um pretty wide. Sorry, I guess 20 by 10 then. It looks kind of like a mouth because on the top there's two things that look like a little bit like canines on the opening to the cave. So
That's not foreboding at all. All right. Thank you.
I don't think so. I think it's just okay. Y'all be safe.
We'll be back soon enough.
It was
Bye.
good to meet you. If we don't see you for a while,
And then Vol's gonna leave, and as he's leaving, as he passes Nox, I'm like, sounds like we could just walk in and take whatever we want. Space, time. What was he talking about? I have no idea.
Bull, with that kind of logic, if I annoy you and you tell me to grow up and just kick me into this temporal time rift, I might actually literally grow up, and I'm not ready for that. I'm already dealing with puberty. I don't want to deal with colonoscopies and all that other weird shit.
Guys, did you hear though? They've got toys.
Yeah, but they've got toys. Space time is not a real thing. Can't be. Like, there's just magic, and then you just kill people. It's either or.
Nox
All right, let's
has
go.
a +1 in intelligence, so they're not that much smarter than Vol or Magdor, but like they have enough sense to know that this is something they should flat out fear, like naturally.
you understand the arcane, right? You're trained in Arcana.
Yeah, I was gonna
This
say
might
like,
be really dangerous. Yeah,
Yeah.
You were not wrong,
Arcana-wise,
Spirit.
Nox might know more than Vol rolling a 1 on intelligence.
Can I try something silly? I'm just gonna kind of like
always.
always. I'm gonna put like a hand on Vol's shoulder, and I'm gonna look at him and go, "It doesn't seem like you understand." And I'm just gonna say the words, "time flux," and I'm gonna try to cast a spell cause fear on him, just for a second to see if I can instill like some kind of natural understanding that this may be a bad idea to run straight in.
Okay. What does he have to save against for
I think
that?
it's wisdom.
Wisdom, which is
The wisdom
believe
saving
you're
throw.
your second best stat, so this might be more comical than anything in any direction.
Unless
so
he realizes that you cast the spell.
I cast spells at him all the time. Although,
What's the spell save?
well, let's see what it's a DC of 15.
You roll a 1 again.
No. I rolled a 10.
Total?
And
Yes.
if I may,
So you are now afraid of him.
you awaken the sense of mortality in one creature you see within range.
Yep.
And so
The target
this-
must succeed on a saving throw or be frightened of you until the spell ends.
and I do it just. I show him
You say the words
visions.
really scarily.
Thank you. Just some way. I don't want to actually make him afraid of me because that would get my ass
No.
kicked very viciously. I end it like within a second, but just to, when I say those words, and then I'll end the spell.
Okay. Yeah, so
this-
he says time flux, and for some reason, Vol, the word time flux just sounds terrifying. You have no idea why. Absolutely bone chilling.
You're just gonna physically see Vol shiver, and then Vol's gonna be like, "Ugh, that was weird. Did you feel that?" And he's looking at Twilight.
And Twilight, being of moderate intelligence, let's see. Yeah, Twilight looks at you and then looks at Nox and does the equivalent of a little bit of a growl.
I know time rifts and stuff like that can be very scary. But he doesn't even like it at all. Vol, I say we just stay clear of it completely.
But
No.
toys.
As
We'll
a,
we'll
as a
get
player,
to
go ahead.
we'll get to if we kill this dragon, we'll get to ransack a dragon's horde back door. How do you feel about that?
Let's go.
It's-
Yeah, and Corrosive also lands and flies, lands on.
Oh no,
Ground next to
Craven!
you.
Why did I give you an Everstone? Why are you corrosive now?
Sorry, Craven.
Oh,
Come
you
see
What
you.
was
evolved.
that?
He evolved again.
Your exact thing that flew away before now flies back to you.
What's
jeez.
that?
Oh, Magdor, meet Craven.
It's almost as tall as you, Magdor.
Did he eat corrosive?
No, that is corrosive. Corrosive evolved.
Like my hand.
Yeah, both made out of metal. And I'm like gonna like tap on Craven and hear dong dong as
Nope.
like
Nope. It's just a metallic sheen. It's just a bird.
I
And
will
it goes
minor
like this and kind of reels to you.
I will minor illusion the sound of a dong. The first time it just sounds like fuck dong.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
And it kind of looks at you.
how did you
confused.
make it? Magdor's gonna get excited. Where did you get? It's made of metal, and he's gonna start just preening. Craven.
Just feathers. Feathers. All feathers. Flesh and bone. Feathers.
None of this is metal. It looks like metal.
Oh,
Magdor loses interest immediately.
it activates it as a defense feature whenever
don't
it's
say
in.
that.
Don't say that. He's just gonna
And if
smack the fuck
If you
out of
lay a hammer or a weapon on my bird, so help me.
But defense.
You never heard of Iron Defense? It's a great strategy.
And the bird pokes your hand because it wants you to stop touching it, Magnar.
Gonna pull
Come
his
on.
hand back. He's like, Magdor will remember this.
We're a week out from my village.
Oh
Let's
no,
go.
he's talking in third person now.
Yeah, so I'm following full.
Like I'm gonna, as Magdor like turns around, I'm gonna cast message one last time and go, Samuel will remember this too.
Oh, he turned around and walked away. You don't even have to make the stealth check. Your hand says that, Magdor.
As you guys see me walking away, you just see me petting the hand. Patting it.
Cool. Now, you can always make the stealth check if you want to make sure that Vol doesn't see, but if you're like, Vol's probably going to see, but Magdor's not looking, you can just do it.
Like I'll look around like as I'm saying it, just kind of like tee hee hee, but then I'll see Vol immediately like clock eyes on me the moment my mouth starts moving. And then like I kind of like falter when I say it, but I kind of commit to the bit. But when I realize he hasn't done anything by the second time, I just kind of
Yeah,
like
Volt's going along with this.
So you're only hiding it from Magdor at this point.
at this point, just for now.
I love it.
A one
Wonderful.
episode
So you
bit.
guys leave Mirabar. Did you not want to snag snowy horses or whatever, or do you just want to do this on foot?
Magdor doesn't like horses. Magdor doesn't like boats. Magdor the only
I
thing
like
Magdor really likes.
ponies.
Okay, mechanic. Would we be able to obtain horses that would survive going all the way up to like the spine?
Yeah, you could find horses that, or you could, they're a little harder to control, or I guess not that harder. They're harder to tame, so they're more expensive. But you can get tamed yaks.
And
Yeah,
like
just
a
They'll
yak-
absolutely survive the journey, but they're like 50 gold apiece.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
This is a rough one. I think Vol's going to suggest if the conversation comes up, Vol would want to go on foot now. Because, yeah, I think thinking as the hunter that Vol is, having a horse means more like visibility, and especially if you're going up against a dragon and trying to get to the village, Vol would want to risk it. But then it also comes down to how the two of these, like Nox and Magdor, would travel. So Vol's gonna before we like officially leave the village, Vol's gonna go. Would you prefer horses or something else to getting up to my village?
Did
Uh,
did you take a horse down? And you left?
No, we don't have horses in the village. They just exile you, and I just walk down.
Then I mean it would. You know the footpath. Then I don't know how well you would know the path that we take by horse in case we gotta travel with divergence, if you will.
I'll prefer to travel with 2 feet on the ground thing.
All right, let's carry on then. You guys have I've got about 30 days of rations with me. You guys have your gear for the cold.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Yes.
see like 5% that is my face essentially, and the rest is this giant Yeti cloak. And maybe like the staff sticking out next to my cheek or something like that.
And then Vol's gonna turn to Twilight. What about you? How are you with the cold?
Mm. That's your Twilight does not go. Mm.
You can communicate like a human. Wow.
Ha 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 ha! You're funny.
Wow, it speaks common
It's
too. That's amazing.
probably going to have to. It's probably going to have to take shelter like inside your hood. But that's probably all that it would need. If like
Okay.
you pull up your hood or like make some space for it inside of your cloak to stay next to your body. It's likely that a pseudo dragon in the worst of conditions would freeze out in minutes because they're
Okay.
not meant for that sort of weather. That they can deal with light cold, but when it's like that, they might struggle.
I offer like a Leomund's tiny hut as I open like a tiny cloak, see if I can like lure this guy out of allegiance. So nice
Don't
and
worry. Well,
warm here.
because also it's important to Vol's not wearing a cloak. Doesn't have to. So Vol's still in his he's still like studded leather, shoulders bare, like he's just hanging out. Vol is having a good time. It says he's finally back in his climate. But he'd probably have space in his backpack or with Vol's gonna look at Nox and be like, well, worst comes to worst, you could hide in there if the weather gets bad. Okay? Yeah. On we go, I guess. Get ready. It's not gonna be the easiest. And then Vol's gonna start moving. Because he knows the way, but as a player, I can't remember the way. So Vol knows the way. So we'll let Vol lead.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the way?
Oh, we can't do that joke right now.
You don't want to
And
bring
yeah, I
Knuckles
follow.
into this?
Global pandemics. Nope. Yeah, great. So you guys make your way out.
Magdor
Mirabar.
shaves.
Magdor just keeping the underbeat and everything else, but
There we
everything
go.
there we go. And he pulls it back up like a carpet. Wonderful. You make your way out of town, and so at this point, since you know the way, despite the fact that you know the way, it's a different time of year and it's been years. So I'm gonna have to have you make a survival check. Since you're the only one that knows how to get here.
Hmm. 19.
19. Well done. Yeah.
Ooh.
So the first day of first morning of travel is uneventful, and you feel like you're on the right path. You see some of the same, natural landmarks that you look for on this, what would either be the beginning or the end of your journey to Mirabar from your village. And that's you track well for the first half of the day. Let's see the second half.
I went for the natural one, and like you see Vol just suddenly do a 90-degree and walk right off to the path into pure wilderness.
14.
Okay. Yeah. No, you feel like you've tracked yourself to a place where you can continue your journey and tomorrow and safely bunk up for the night. I want you guys to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6.
5, 6.
1, 2.
3, 4.
Wonderful. All right. So what's your watch schedule like as you bunk up in there's a little thicket that surrounds a small cave that provides space for you to light a small fire, not worry about the light getting out too much. You can eat some food, be safe for the night. What is your watch schedule like?
I feel like Nox would, with their night goggles, would probably be best suited for anything that's during the night. So I would probably either be second or last.
Okay.
Same with my dark vision.
So Vol's going first.
All right. Vol, you're up first. Go ahead and make a perception check. Do you have dark
12.
vision?
No.
You have disadvantage then.
12.
12. Great. Yeah, nothing goes on. A few little critters run by. Who's second on the watch?
It's up to you. I'll let you pick.
You know, I'll go second just to get my fear out of the way here. I will also do a perception check, which I am not proficient in. I have a +1. But
Cool.
I did roll a natural 20, so I got a 21 in my perception.
Okay, did you make the check with disadvantage?
No, because I'm wearing my nighttime goggles or night vision.
Still causes you to have disadvantage. Disadvantage on perception checks. It's in darkness. You see as if it's dim light, so you still have disadvantage. You can, but you can make them. If you don't have dark vision, you can't even make the perception check.
Okay, Glenn. Whatever you say, sir. I got a 3.
Yeah, no, nothing goes on. It seems like a pretty calm, nice, mountainous evening. And now, Magdor, you're last.
So Magdor's going to take out the iron coins. No, I'm just kidding. He's learned his lesson from last time.
You hear Vol like, no, sparkles.
No.
So you said even with night vision, I have to roll a disadvantage or dark vision?
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Yes. Do you have your hand in or your axe in?
I haven't taken my axe out. My axe is in, my hand's on my shoulder.
Okay. Yeah. When you wake up when Nox wakes you up, you realize that your hand is not where you last left it. It's moved its way into your bag, despite the fact that it was on your shoulder when you went to sleep or on your chest.
In like my bag or my pouch?
Like your pouch of holding, yeah. It's in your
Okay.
pouch.
All right. I won't. Yeah, it's a magic hand. It can do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
I kind of
And
panic for a second, and then I find it in there. I'm like, oh, okay.
and then it moves and as if it has eyes, it looks up at you from inside the bag and climbs out and moves onto your shoulder without you thinking about it.
Just gonna pet it. Good hand.
And then it like nuzzles you. And Nox, you see it nuzzling him, but you kind of assume that he's doing that. He's making it nuzzle him. Because obviously he's been controlling it this whole time.
What the
Vol is asleep. Yeah, so your watch goes by without an issue. It seems as though this place was very safe. Your guider and tracker found a safe place for you guys to bunk up for the evening, and you wake up in the morning ready to travel for the next day. Let's see if we continue safely towards the village.
26.
26.
20.
That was good enough that you cover the morning and the afternoon. So that's how I'm doing it. If you get a 20 or higher, then you're able to track for the full day
Nat
without
20,
having to roll again.
baby. Good job, Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you make your way once again to another safe spot to lock yourself down for the evening. And uh, towards the point you've spotted where you think you want to go, and it's gonna be a good safe spot. And a familiar face greets you coming from the mountains,
Marble
and you
Sparks,
see
what are you doing here?
Brandon with his cart, and he says, "Oh, you again! Hello, gentle friends.
Oh man, how'd you even get up here?
Oh, Brandon.
I go all over the place. I'm everywhere.
Why are you here?
Oh, I just came from the north. Figured I'd make my way there eventually."
Is he
Okay.
wearing a cloak?
Is he wearing a cloak?
Like, oh, something warm.
Yeah, he looks
Okay.
comfortable. He even his donkey has like a donkey poncho. It's like a nice big blanket. It's covered in snow, but that's keeping the snow from being on the donkey. It says,
I'm gonna look at.
"In the market for any fun items?" I
Oh,
found
wait.
some steak.
Let's before we get carried away. We were gonna camp out. I don't know if you'd like to.
Oh, of course. I was just about to make camp, but usually I just go in my box.
That's awfully convenient. I wish we.
Well,
had
I
one
mean, it
more
leaves
box.
leaves the donkey to fend for himself, but he's quite the beast. Where are
would
you gonna
imagine.
camp?
And then Vol's gonna point at the location you described.
Ooh, safe. I'll follow you.
I'll whisper over to, or Nox will whisper over to Nox. Dude, we know he's
Nox
a
will
wizard.
whisper over to Nox.
Yeah, Nox will whisper over to himself, just audibly enough so.
I mean,
Vol
that makes
can also
sense for
hear.
Nox too.
Echoing. Just echoes.
Internal monologue that I'll cast message over to Vol as well, just to give him a little extra taste.
There we go.
Vol, he's a wizard, right?
Oh.
He's a wizard.
And
He's. Nox doesn't.
as somebody, yeah, Vol not being trained in Arcana whatsoever, he doesn't understand the animosity sorcerers and wizards usually have for each other. All that Vol sees here is an elderly person who could be of possible help in keeping an eye out. Just on their travel.
I see toys.
Magdor, you had your
Huh?
kids' meal today. No toys.
Mom said after I ate all my chicken nuggets, I could have my toy.
You said
What's a
chicken
chicken nugget?
nuggets. I'm proud of you. You may have one toy.
I'm gonna run up to Brandon and be, what do you have for us today?
Oh fuck! Why did I say that?
Now that we made camp, come into my emporium. And he opens up the box and just hops in.
I'm gonna look back. That you guys need to check this out this time. Come on, it's really cool.
I'll stay. I'll keep watch out here. For now, at least.
And you hear from inside, "Boring! Let the dragon keep watch. And the big metal crow, come inside."
See,
You
I
okay
told
with
you
that,
he's,
Twilight?
He's made out of metal. Craven,
And then
will
it
you
flies
keep-
up to like the cave wall and just like settles on a rock that sits off and just looks around like a gargoyle.
Craven, I know you don't have really much of a soul and you're just a face spirit, so you don't have much feeling beyond any of the ones I generate for you, but could you do a better job than that dragon and try to keep a watch?
Twilight.
Ah!
Thank you.
And Vol's gonna lead the way in, and as he does, he's gonna look back and Nox and say, "His name is Twilight." And then Vol's gonna go down.
And then
Ah.
I'm gonna get to the box. I'm gonna look back and say,
He
"You think
named it
Craven's big
now.
enough to eat him?" Walk down.
I'm gonna telepathically tell Craven to occasionally give a look at the pseudo dragon. Just watch it clack its beats. And I will
As you're
close.
all
I'll close the door behind me.
Ching-ching.
This
Locks
is like
up.
me going to the
You
Shadow
ready
Temple
to play a
for the first time.
game?
Want to play a game?
You
Wait,
escape
I have
room.
that. I can do that.
No.
Oh no.
Yes.
No, it's not working.
Yes. No. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Like-
No.
I'm gonna like hurry down the stairs and kind of like push Wool. Like, let's go, come on.
All right,
Yeah, so you make your
don't
way down
push
the
me.
Spiral staircase. And last time it wasn't a spiral staircase, Magdor. He's upgraded it. And instead
Magdor
of it
doesn't
being the
remember.
size of an indoor football field, it's like 4 times bigger, and it's just full walls to walls, like the treasure trove inside the Cave of Wonders amount of piles of stuff.
Did this
And he
motherfucker
says,
loot the
"Look."
dragon sword?
Look what's up here! All these things. I traded an old man for his fortune, and I gave him another 100 years of life. And he gave me everything he owned. Apparently,
the
life
top of
is
the
worth more
mountain?
than all the riches you can find.
Magdor's just crying.
Oh, don't cry. Come now.
It's
Find
so
something you like.
beautiful.
Find something interesting. All of it is in my brain. So what do you want?
I don't know.
I'll let them go
actually.
first.
And then Vol's gonna kind of like lazily wander around. He's gonna be when Brandon says that, he's like, I don't really want anything, or at least I don't know what I need. Vol's just looking around.
Oh, what?
Second pseudo dragon.
A whole army of pseudo dragons. You see Vol after 3 years. Vol disappears, comes back. He's just being like flown in by like 6 pseudo dragons on each arm.
Like that scene from Mulan where it just shows Vol walking over the edge of the snow,
Ah, my
but then hundreds of pseudo dragons start to follow behind him as the Huns.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Yeah, so you wander around. Are you just looking around at different things?
Looking around at different things, seeing if anything catches my eye, but I'm not looking for anything specific. I guess
Okay.
that's the best way to
Roll a
put it.
D100.
Yes, sir.
And Nox is having they're a little bit nervous. They're debating whether or not to pull out the fragment of the Staff of the Magi. They're 50-50 on it right now.
I rolled a 94.
For real?
Yes.
No, just kidding. Haha. Oh, yeah, yes, for real. Lenny
What
pulled
is
the blue
going
screen.
on? No, I'm here.
What, did I just pull a Vorpal sword? Conveniently? Hello? Hi?
It's not like being a butt.
A Vorpal butt.
Being a-
Mm.
It's being a super
You can butt
Super
stomp people with a 5% chance of decapitating them in the process.
I'll smack them once with my sword, smack them twice again with my ass, and then smack a third time with my sword. Because I can't.
Clap them cheeks.
what you find is something that it's like it looks initially like just like a pick, like a mining pick, and then you realize after it kind of catches your eye for a moment that it is probably more than that. It has like elaborate markings and stuff on it. It has no rust or corrosion. It's in immaculate condition. And it's a war pick of great, beautiful design. And and as you're kind of perusing, because you just said you kind of wandered around, you hear a voice as he's next to you, and he's flying on a magic carpet. He's been following
course
you.
he
He's
is.
flying around above you guys.
Of course
He
he
says, "Ooh, Iron Fang.
What is Iron Fang? What does it do?
Iron Fang. The DM does not want you to look up Iron Fang, so you don't get to find out anything about it until you find out whether or not you get the item."
Boom, bitch! Metagame
I'm asking.
shutdown.
I'm asking.
I
this-
just I just saw
Sunday,
you
Sunday,
type, and I was
Sunday.
making sure you're not looking up Iron Fang. He says, "Oh, it was a part of conflict that went on here. Some elemental princes tried to take over the Earth. And one of the priests of said elemental princes left this behind, and I found it.
Will it kill things? Wait, no. Let me. Would this be good against a frost giant or a dragon?
I think it would be good against pretty much anything. It has a piece of Ogremak inside. A spark? You know of Ogremak?
Vol wants to sound smart, so he's gonna say yes. Yes. Of course.
Wonderful. You understand the Prince of Evil Elemental Earth? A piece of it, the power that is contained in Ogremak, is inside of
Yes.
this, which is why it's such a powerful
Ah.
item.
See.
You can dominate monsters. You can speak Terran if you come to into it. But I am afraid it is quite a steep cost.
What kind of cost are we talking?
What can you give?
Vol's gonna pull out his rusted ancient Val Nugoni dagger.
Hmm.
Gonna hold it up and like this is a piece of my heritage. An ancient dagger
This is
belonged to my
something
tribe.
you should leave on your person. Do not trade this for Iron Fang. No.
Vol's gonna
Spend some
put it
time
back.
with this dagger. I believe it will benefit you.
Be
I
on
would
this
feel
side.
bad if I took that dagger for this simple war pick.
Well, you just said it
Instead
had
of
the
elemental
piece
god.
piece of an
Things are
element.
more
Are you telling
important
me
than power.
what? Some things are more important. Sure, I have nothing else except for these bracers and these boots, and then this sword. And he's gonna try and
Think
build this
outside
house.
of the box.
I'm not giving
I'm
you my
gonna walk
dragon.
up behind him.
Oh, no, 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 no. Well, no, no, no. That dragon is its own thing. It's its own entity. It chooses to follow you because it admires you. You do not own him.
What do I have to trade then that I might not know that I have?
Hmm. You know what I think may be valuable for you? Ha! All three of you, come here! And he
Magdor's gonna
flies
run.
away, and he just gestures for you to follow him, but he flies off through the craziness, but you can hear him. He's like, follow my voice!
Nox has been like moving treasure out of the way to find a corner to hide in all this time. It's so they just look over the.
Well, sorry. Well, Nox was doing. I was gonna say Vol got a little excited, so he's gonna go find Nox, and then Nox is trying to find a corner, and he's just gonna get yoinked. And Vol's gonna pull him
Ah,
along.
nice and safe. Ah! Dodge! Ah!
Come,
And
he summoned
Magdor's
us.
running.
I know he summoned. He's a wizard. He can summon stuff. Good for
You
him.
can summon things too.
I can summon a turkey.
Well, that's something.
That is something. I shouldn't undermine Craven's value. He's the fourth member of the team. Of our
Listen, he's
four-person-
brought fingers to us that have led like Magdur on a tangent of a tracking quest. So
Magdor, as they're
he's-
running along, pulls the finger out of the bag. He's like, I still got it, and puts it back in.
Ah, yes. The sigil of whatever the name of our group is.
Magdur and friends.
If we do that, I'm gone.
Anyway, I
We're
catch up
business
to
associates
Brandon.
at best.
Cool. So you arrive there.
I'm being
And-
hung by my collar. Like I went to like the fetal position.
I would, and then I'd put you down like gently when we get there.
Okay. All right, wonderful. And he's settled landed his carpet in front. He's landed his carpet in what looks like an office that has been built into a small open space. So there's several bookshelves, and the carpet, when he lands, it sets in a place where it like fits, and there's like a coffee table. And he says, on this shelf, there are several manuals, librams, things that can help make you stronger. Also, because you took such interest in, and he kind of does like a magic thing and makes Iron Foe appear into his hand.
What's
Iron
Iron
Fang.
Phone?
Iron Fang, not Iron Foe. Iron
Oh
Foe is a
God,
different thing, also very legendary.
It.
And he says that since you took interest in this, my boy, I figured you might be interested in this. And he points to and he does another thing and pulls out like an interesting looking spear that's quite cool. And then pulls from behind himself and pulls out a trident. And he says, these are the 3 weapons I've been able to locate from these princes of elemental evil. Now, it seems as though you may have the other one.
And then Vol's gonna pull out his dagger and look at him and look at the
Would
dagger.
simply have to remove a sort of magical skin that is meant to protect it from being noticed.
Vol's dumbfounded. He has no answer. He has no response or can't say anything.
Oh, so you don't know how to do this.
He's full of shit. Full. Don't trust him for a second. He's
Magdor's just bouncing.
So, I have in front of you several magical weapons. If you are willing to give something up, I will remove the scales that protect this magic item from being discovered. But obviously, it's the same as giving you a magical item, so it would require something of value.
Oh no. What if he promises to give it to you when he dies?
Ooh. Wonderful. I would agree to this. Pending that you do not make yourself immortal.
I'm sorry, as all of this is comical. Oh yeah, sure, we'll agree to you giving that to me if you die, as long as you don't make yourself immortal. Sure, I wouldn't mind Kratos.
plus the
Alright.
addendum. If he does become immortal, then it's immediately yours. Transfer of ownership. You'd be
Yes,
voted-
I can actually cast a spell on it that will make it teleport to me if you die.
Vol's just kind of looking around with this dagger still in his hand, and he's holding it by the blade too, so it's upside down, and he's holding it by the tip. He's looking at Brandon, and then he's looking at Nox and Magdor as they're negotiating for him.
And, like, I'm looking at him saying like vulgar things because I do not like this wizard. It's like he's gonna give you a blowjob, but then he's gonna steal your balls. It's not worth it.
Vol's gaze doesn't linger on Nox ever too long. Mostly going back and
He's
forth.
gonna give you a blowjob and then steal your ball.
And then Vol's
Okay,
gonna
I'm
look at
Episode titles that can never be.
Oh my god.
Vol's gonna look at Brandon and finally say, if it has Volt's never been like distrusting or trusting of Brandon necessarily. He's been very neutral because he's never been given any reason to like not believe this whole man. He doesn't seem like he seems evil or smells evil or whatever. And Volt's gonna say, if it has for a deal like this, if it has to go to someone, at least you would be fine, I think. And Volt's gonna hand it out to him.
Wait, so you're agreeing?
Yes.
Wonderful. And he says, just set it here on this coffee table.
Volt puts it down, and as he puts it down, he says, the fate of my village is more important than this going back to somebody from, with my family name.
Where did you find this dagger?
At a little shop down in Mirabar that they collect trinkets, run by two people, Mud and Garvin. I think that those were their names. They said they found it in a dragon's hoard. Close
And you
by.
say that this is a dagger of your people?
Yes, and then Volt's going to point at the symbol. That's the symbol of the Val Nugoni tribe.
Well, it seems as though apparently this priest, when they made this is called Tinder Strike. It seems as though when they made Tinder Strike, they took a dagger that was ancient from your people then. Interesting.
Probably of, most likely of also of Dwarven make to some extent. Because that's where we source most of our weapons.
Fair enough. Their forges are second to none. So,
You hear that,
basically, there is
Magdor?
a thing
Second to none.
called Nistel's
Right.
magic aura that can make magical items seem non-magical, and if you cast it on it long enough, it will make it permanently seem non-magical. So all I have to do is dispel that, and woohoo, there it is, Tinder Strike. And he puts his hand over it, and a little bit of a glow comes from underneath it, and you see it begin to like crack a bit, like as if there was actually some sort of like carapace or skin directly on top of this, and it removes, and you see a dagger with the same Val Nugoni symbol, but it curves a little more. It's almost kind of comes out of it. It seems fluid for a moment instead of just being a regular dagger. It opens up a little bit with a gold hilt, and it's got a gem on the haft, like at the bottom of the handle. Um, a green gem, or sorry, red gem. And in front of you sits a legendary magical item
Fully erect.
and fully erect. So yeah, this thing is always warm to the touch, uncommonly sharp. And he picks it up and like runs it along the stone floor, and it just cascades sparks. Um, and then he stabs it into some wood, and you can see the blade now smoldering red hot. And he flips it, spins it, sets it on on the back on the table, and says, "While you use this thing, you are uncommonly good at hurting people. So be careful. You can speak Ignan. You resist fire damage. You can dominate monsters on fire elementals. Um, but it will affect your personality ever so slightly."
What? There goes your balls, full. I know it.
And
Got you.
what way?
It's got a copped.
I mean, this is yours. You can choose to not attune to it. I just get it when you die.
But in what way would it affect my personality?
You may be a little bit impatient, rash, some would say. Um, Mechanically, you would gain a flaw. This
Okay.
is Glenn, not him. You would gain a flaw that is, I act without thinking and take risks without weighing consequences.
So
But it
basically,
also is
an improved version of what Vol is already.
Improved
Yeah,
is such
but
a
it
harsh
also-
word here.
It's a +2 to attack and damage rolls, and if you hit a target with it, it takes an extra 2d6 fire damage on top of the normal weapon damage.
And does it have? It's a dagger, right? So
Mhm.
normal thrown properties as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, you can actually cast Dominate Monster once per day on a fire elemental. And you learn Ignan and gain resistance to fire.
As long as I'm attuned to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
no.
good.
Sorry. You gain the... Oh, okay. So if you're attuned and you're holding it, it says you gain the following benefits while you hold Tinder Strike.
So if I'm,
But I'm
so
just- it's attunement.
okay, cool. And Vol's gonna gingerly pick it up on both sides, and look at Brandon and say, "Deal." Even though he'd already
I mean-
agreed to it, he's like reconfirming it, basically.
The deal was... Okay, cool. Great.
Yeah,
Deal.
That's what that. Yeah.
Now, this does not change the fact that before it was Tinder Strike, it was a Val Nugonian dagger. So, know that your family's legacy lives on through this, even if it does hold the spark of an evil fire prince elemental.
And then Vol's gonna start doing some fancy like dagger flips to show off his dexterity, and then he's finally gonna grasp and like, I need to ask my brother some questions now.
Wonderful.
Either this was lost to us, or they've not told me everything.
The plot thickens. What can I get you, friends?
I'm in another
Back
corner.
door.
Hiding. You just see his face.
Like I'm a giant
Massive
Yeti cloak, and so you can only see the my face anyways. But it's like you see the fur kind of like
motivated.
bristle up like a angry cat.
Well, I can't seem to find Knox. Sorry, Mary, whatever you told him your name was. But
I said a friend, but you're a fucking wizard, so I understand you probably have crazy ways of knowing my name anyways. I bet you know what I
Oh,
am
I
too.
can see shape changes. I know that you're a changeling.
God damn it.
It's my glasses. They are better. They're for more than just seeing. They're for seeing.
Okay, Boomer, can you see why Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so good?
Yes, it's
Fuck.
just fantastic.
Magnor's
No.
gonna go up to Brandon's desk. Oh,
What do you need, Magpul?
says, should I ask for something fun, something useful, something progressive?
Yes.
Magdor,
just gonna
no.
stand there straight.
Don't you want to have children?
Ooh.
Who?
You just
Who?
take
Do
what
you
I
want-
said and took it to a literal level? Because if so, you're scaring me.
I'm
No,
gonna
it
roll
sparked
a
another idea for
D6.
what he may ask for. Anyway. Okay.
Magdor is going to reach into his pouch of holding and pull out a piece of paper. And he's going to say, I found this page from a book. I was wondering if you had the rest of the book.
Is this the journal piece from the
Yes.
Dwarven prince that made iron, or what was the name of that weapon?
The Axe of the Lords, Dwarven
Axe of
Lord
the Dwarven
Axe.
Lords.
Axe of the Dwarven Lords.
He takes the page gingerly and then sets it down where Tinderstrike was once sitting and says, "Oh, where did you find this?
In a box. I broke it.
You have the broken box?
Mm,
No.
It's back in Neverwinter. He
Oh.
smacked it really hard.
The box may have contained more clues as to where to find more pieces of this, but until I have the box, I cannot find it. The box is the clue. The words on this page are wonderful, but they don't tell me anything about who made the box, where the box may have come from, what era was the
I
box
can-
made."
See Brandon's head, like the gears turning, because he specifically studied the box or the remains of it to try to find something.
Oh, you did? You
That,
could
and
tell
I was
him
gonna say,
information about it.
I looked it over. I didn't see anything remarkable, and then I broke it.
Why don't you sketch the box out for me? And he pulls out a quill and another piece of parchment and sets the one aside that is the journal thing and says, "Don't write on this one. Write on this one."
You know, I haven't been very good at sketching things out. We'll try. Last time I almost got someone killed.
Okay. You think about what it looked like. Touch my head. Close your eyes. Think about it. And he pulls his hand out and picks up the pen and just like says, "Oh, boy, okay. Been a while since I've done this. Think about the picture. Think about the box. All right?
All right, I'm gonna think about
Alright.
the box and.
You're going to
touch
make a history check with advantage to remember all the details of this box.
some- Oh boy, here we go.
Here I go killing again.
I rolled a nat 20.
Awesome. He rolled an 18 to
Very
translate said
nice.
feelings. Good job. So yeah, you think and remember every last detail of this box, and you two who don't have your eyes closed or on a pen see him. Well, I guess Nox, you may be far enough away that you can't see this, but you do see them doing something. But
My
Vol, you
minor
see.
illusion binoculars to look like I see what's going on.
So he sketches out this box from different angles, basically. In different, it's kind of like a sketchbook of somebody, an artist working on like concept art. So they're trying to get all the different angles, and he says, "There we go," and you're able to, and you feel kind of like that connection sever after about 30 seconds to a minute of drawing, and he says, "Huh, you're a student of Dwarven archaeology, yes?"
I've dabbled.
Okay.
I've
Together, we will look at this and we will talk about where it may have come from. And I'm not going to dialogue all this out since you and I don't really know all that. Basically, he's going to give you the help action on another history check.
Oh, I have to do another history check?
Yeah, he's giving you the help action, which gives you advantage. So you're working
Okay.
together, putting your historical minds together to work on figuring this out.
I got another nat 20.
Holy shit! A 1 in
And
400
together,
chance.
you come across the fact that deep underneath your home, there are abandoned levels that were taken by the Drow and abandoned after many, many hundreds of years of conflict. And even though you retook your home recently, it's almost like the basement hasn't been fully claimed. And that is where the prince forged the weapon, and most likely where you would find the next step of this quest to find the Axe of the Dwarven Lords is
Daddy's
underneath
going home.
Fontal Grim.
Looks like we're
Magdor's
all
not
going home.
excited.
What's that?
Magdor's only half excited.
Oh, okay, just a little pup tent, not a fully like a
Yeah.
10 person. Okay.
Oh,
And he says, "Wonderful. So
metaphorically, okay.
if you find this, I would love to see this axe. If you find it, obviously I lay no claim on it, and we work together to find out the next step of this clue. But that would be wonderful. I would love to see it.
I thank you for your help.
You're very welcome.
I think it's Nox's turn now.
Oh, you didn't pay me anything for that, you sly devil.
Well, wasn't the
Smart
payment that you get to
devil.
see it?
Yes, that is the payment. You must let me see it.
Prints out the receipt. Whoosh.
Can we do something fun?
Oh, I like fun things.
When I get it, can you teleport me back here?
Yes. And that reminds me, may I see Tinder Strike?
And then Vol's gonna pull it out and present it to him.
And he puts it back on the table and then pulls out some chalk that's kind of like grayish blue, I guess is the best way to. It's like a midnight blue, and he draws out some runes around it. And then he puts a few like components, little bits of seeds, and then some like you see some spark powder in there. We would know as gunpowder. And a few things, and then he activates it all, and they all combine around it, and you see a small shimmer glow around it. And he says, "Great. Now, if you die, it will be teleported to me."
And Vol's gonna take this understood. And now he's gonna conveniently, let's say Vol just has like a holster on his chest.
Yeah, for it. Yeah, right there. Love it.
Get a legendary
And now where's
sword.
Nox? Does Nox want something unless we wanted to do something fun first? Because of course I want to offer everything to my friends.
I don't think Nox likes wizards.
I'm not really a wizard. Kind of.
See, he's not a wizard, Nox. You have nothing to worry about. Come.
Nox is
Kind-
currently
kind of.
behind Brandon now.
Behind.
Ah!
Stop
You
scaring.
must be a wizard.
Stop scaring everybody, Nox. These people.
What's
have
this
been
fun
bad
thing you wanted to do? Did you want something? And he turns around and puts his arm around you, Nox. And he says, "What did you want?" And your friend wanted to do something fun too.
The fun
Feel
was
free to be your
teleport
normal
me.
form. I would love to see your face, as you are most comfortable. Unless this is your most comfortable form, please feel free.
Token. Good faith. Nox is like, it's one of those things where they're so intimidated at this point that it's kind of like when a dog does they pee in the floor out of being dominated, essentially. Except in this, I'm not peeing. Don't say
Right.
no.
No, you're not peeing. You said it's like when a dog pees. I assumed you weren't literally going to pee.
I'm like nervously being forced into my natural form at this point, and I go, artificer? Artificer? Eh?
There you go. Not really a
Oh!
wizard, but kind of.
No, you guys are great. I love you guys. Wizards, though.
Oh, I didn't get. I mean, I'm consistently impressed with the work that Magdor does on his arm, which is part of the reason why I'm so willing to help you guys and give you fun things. I could keep all of these things. That's my job. Find things, categorize things, know things.
Oh,
But-
speaking of arm, and
I feel
I'm
like you
gonna
do good in the world, so I should help you.
pull out my hand out of the pouch of holding. It's like, wave ha to him. It wave.
May I
Nope,
roll insight
wave.
on his statement?
You can.
Okay.
It does not wave. And he says, "Oh, you found yourself a friend."
I rolled a 17 on the statement. I'm just trying to do good and
Okay. Yeah, yeah, he seems to genuinely like you guys and want to help you. And he says, "I think that you're
Mm.
you seem to be connected to this this prince."
Prince who? I'm looking over at Vol.
The one who crafted the
I'm a
great axe.
prince.
No, 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 Magdor.
Magdor, you're a prince?
No,
Magdor's
no,
a
no, you're
prince?
connected to the prince who made the axe.
Wait,
It
you're
seems as
married to the
though
prince?
connected
No, Nox.
you
I'm
Says you might be
Nox,
related to the
married.
would do
prince who
well to
forged the
listen.
axe. Yes.
This hand seems to be imbued by the spark of something very ancient. Something I remember from my days visiting his court.
Brandon, I'll have you know, I have no testicles. You may be hard to persuade me.
Oh, I do not mean to persuade. I simply speak truth, and you can take it how you will. But there was a great golem that protected this prince. And when the prince disappeared, so did the golem. But I sensed the same spark in that hand. It might be a very useful thing to help find the axe itself, and maybe the remains of its owner. He would be a hero among dwarves.
A prince, one would say.
Very possibly.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Because I'm wise, so I think about things like this. What was the axe made out of?
An ancient metal not seen in many, many, many years.
And I'm gonna just wink at him. All right.
It all seems to be coming together, Mr. Todd. Now
Axe-
that
gonna
we've helped
put his hand
all
up.
of our friends find something valuable and interesting to them, let's help our last friend do the same. And he puts his hand back around you, Knox.
I sigh as like this is kind of like the principal putting the hand around the student. Not in trouble, like they did something good.
How's it going,
but-
fellow youths?
Hello, fellow teenagers. I'm gonna pull out the fragment of the staff of of the Magi.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Mm. Eh.
Where did you find that?
I point at Vol. Eh.
I just
Where
found
did
it
you
traveling
You
around.
found that? You found a fragment of a staff of the Magi?
In
Eh.
many years. I'm not attuned to the arcane in any way, so it might be useful. So I picked it up.
So, here's the thing. I have suspicions. Would you let me hold it? I understand that you're wary of me for some reason. You hid around the corner for the last 10 minutes. I want to make sure you know I'm not going to take it. I simply wish to hold it.
I make my weird changeling sound effect with a little bit more anxiety. Eh.
Just Urkel.
And I am going to temporarily surrender the fragment of the staff to Brandon.
And he lets it set in his hand and he closes it around it, holding it up in front of his face. He breathes rhythmically. And after about 40 seconds, he opens his eyes and he says, "This is not just a staff of the Magi. I could show you a staff of the Magi." And he hands the fragment back to you. And he snaps his fingers, and a staff of the Magi appears in his hands. This is the staff of the Magi. That is the first staff of the Magi. The staff of the Archmagi. If you're able to locate the other, it looks like probably 4 pieces, you would be unrivaled in your ability to command the arcane arts. I
Eh.
may be able to give you some sort of an idea of where to go next. If Vol can tell me where he found it.
As I look over at Vol.
Pressure's on! Pressure's on!
I'm gonna make a history check to come up
Okay.
with some bullshit place.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
rolled
let
a-
you. Yeah, what'd you roll?
What's
I rolled
that
a
with
nat 20.
disadvantage?
Right. Where did you find it? Just tell me where you found it.
In your backyard when you're making plans.
Well, you see, Brandon found this fragment in the Evermoors.
Oh. Evermore. Just to the southeast, yes?
Yes.
Wow. I know too much about Faerun. Cool. I would suggest going back there. There may be a clue that may lead you to the next piece.
Just for context, I got the staff as part of my background, right?
I know.
And then I just literally pulled up a map of Faerun, a high-res map that was so high-res that I just clicked on it, and the first place it zoomed on was the Evermoors. So
Great. I love it. Yeah. And he says also,
Bullshittery
I
at its
would. Are
finest.
you continuing further north after today? I'm going south.
yes, we're headed back to my village because we've got a dragon and frost giants attacking. So
Oh, yes, there is a conflict up there. I was going to warn you about a dragon that seems to be out of sorts. Giants that are not acting normally, but also to the west, a little bit in the mountains, but further north, there seems to be some sort of weird distortion. I would avoid it. You could.
We're gonna go
To the
find
west?
boys there.
This
no,
guy
no.
knows what he's talking
Are
about.
are you talking about the time flux thing that?
Yes, they can be dangerous. They can be harmless, but
I put an
more
arm
often
around
than not, they
Brandon
are
at
better
this point.
to avoid. Why
Him
did
and-
you know about it?
Yes, and then Vol's gonna pull out the map.
Oh, who told you of this flux?
Oh, the same people, Garvin and Mud. You might want to go pay them a visit. I think all three of you would get along.
Ugh. Oh, you know them.
Yes.
I've not heard them by the names Garvin and Mud. Are they a surly-looking human with lots of bits and bobbles and a earth
And an
philosophy?
Genasi, yes.
Mm. 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 Okay. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Let's go up. Unless you want to sleep in here.
I want to sleep in here. Let me sleep in here, please.
I like the cold, so I'm gonna go back up.
I'm staring at that staff of the Magi, the fully formed one that Brandon has near him, and I'm
It's just
looking-
leaning against like some crates now.
It's so close I could just lick it.
So close, looking almost. I will give it to you if you give me your piece and promise not to go after the other pieces.
Nox just explodes, takes 64 damage, and dies right there in the spot. As a player, I don't want to get OP too fast. So I want to
It
stick
would
with this,
cost something.
like this, well, more than the fragment.
Oh, of course. Because obviously the fragment could take years and years to complete.
But it could give you the first staff of the Magi. Unrivaled power. Oh,
Not for me. I don't need it. I just like to be around things. The staff is just a staff. The arcane exists as the arcane. But tonight we should sleep on it. And in the morning you can decide what you'd like to do.
I put
with
my
that,
bedroll
you're gonna
right over the
pause.
staff of the Magi then. I'm going to literally sleep on it.
Sleep on it. Great. You're sleeping on the staff of the Magi. That's where we're going to pause for the week. Good job, guys.
Thank you. Peace. You can find me on Twitter at 2timestyler.
You can find me on Twitter at LR the 11th, all letters.
Find me
You find-
at Zigzagoon.
Wow.
You can find me on Twitter at Glenn Houston, Glenn with two N's. Houston looks like Huston, and on Twitch at Raezeth, Raeze.
Chill. We are a part of Casual Master Quest. a podcast network dedicated to giving you the video game news and tropes you deserve. You can find the show everywhere you can Google and on Twitter at CMQ Network. That was Nick. That was Brandon. That was Glenn. And this is Tyler. We'll see you next time, where I probably get back problems from sleeping on one of the most powerful staffs in all of human and Faerun history. But next week with another session of Casual Quest Masters, and don't forget to never stop the quest. All of them. Bye-bye.
Bye.